Have you ever wondered how some people can manipulate others with such ease and effectiveness? Welcome to the intriguing world of dark psychology, where the power of influence is mastered and used to shape perceptions, decisions, and behaviors. This is not just about manipulation, but understanding the intricacies of human nature and using it to one's advantage. So, are you ready to delve into the abyss of the human mind? Stay tuned as we uncover the top 5 dark psychology techniques that make you part of the top 1%. Starting off our list at number 5, we have gaslighting. This technique is a form of psychological manipulation where the manipulator creates doubt in the mind of the victim about their own memory, perception, or sanity. Let's take a simple example. Imagine you're sure you left your keys on the table, but someone insists they found them on the floor. They repeat this until you start doubting your own memory. Gaslighting works by gradually undermining the victim's confidence in their own understanding of reality, making them question themselves and their judgments. Over time, this can lead to the victim depending on the manipulator for their version of reality. The psychological impact of gaslighting can be devastating, causing anxiety, confusion, and even leading to depression. It's a technique often used in abusive relationships and by narcissists to control and belittle their victims. Gaslighting, a powerful tool, can break down a person's perception of reality. Coming in at number 4, we have the Benjamin Franklin effect. Now, this technique is as intriguing as the man himself. It's a psychological phenomenon that suggests a person who has done another a favor is more likely to do that person another favor, especially if they've received a favor from that person. Here's how it works. Let's say you ask someone to lend you a book. Once they do you this favor, they rationalize that they must like you enough to do you a favor. Interesting, right? This is because our brain struggles with cognitive dissonance. We don't like it when our actions and beliefs are inconsistent. So, by asking for a favor, you're subtly forcing someone to justify why they would do something for you. And voila, they convince themselves that they must actually like you. That's the Benjamin Franklin effect for you. The Benjamin Franklin effect, a subtle yet powerful way to manipulate another's favor. At number 3, we have the fear then relief procedure. This dark psychology technique is a 1-2 punch that first places the individual in a fearful, stressful situation. The manipulator then quickly alleviates this fear, causing a rush of relief. This sudden shift from fear to relief leaves the individual in a state of mental disarray, making them more susceptible to suggestion. Now, let's look at some examples of how this technique is used. Imagine you're walking alone late at night and someone suddenly jumps out at you. Your heart races, your palms sweat, you're in a state of fear, but then they reveal themselves to be a friend playing a joke. The fear dissipates, replaced by relief. In that moment of relief, you're more likely to agree to their requests, no matter how unreasonable they may seem. The fear then relief procedure, a technique that uses fear as a tool for manipulation. In the hands of a master manipulator, this technique can be incredibly powerful. Just missing the top spot at number 2, we have the foot in the door technique. Now, this is a fascinating concept that finds its roots in the realms of social psychology. It's all about making someone agree to a large request by first getting them to agree to a modest one. You see, once someone commits to an idea or action, they tend to stay committed due to the human need for consistency. Let's paint a picture. You ask a friend to lend you a small amount of money. They agree. A few days later, you ask for a significantly larger amount. They're more likely to say yes because they've already agreed to help you once before. You've got your foot in the door. This technique is so effective because it capitalizes on the human desire to be consistent. We like to stick to our decisions, to follow through on our commitments. It's a part of our identity, and once we've said yes to something small, it becomes easier to say yes to something bigger. The foot in the door technique isn't just used in personal interactions, it's a common tactic in sales and marketing. Ever been offered a free trial for a service? That's the foot in the door. They get you to agree to the small commitment of a trial, hoping it will lead you to the bigger commitment of a full subscription. The foot in the door technique, a simple yet effective tool in the arsenal of dark psychology. And finally, the most effective dark psychology technique, the bait and switch. Picture this. You're offered something enticing, something you really want. You reach out for it, and then, at the last moment, it's switched with something else. This, in essence, is the bait and switch, a powerful tool in the realm of dark psychology. The bait and switch operates on the principle of deception. Initially, an appealing proposition is presented to you. This is the bait. Once you're hooked, the switch comes into play. The original offering is replaced with a less desirable or even detrimental alternative. This technique is often employed in various scenarios. For instance, in sales and marketing, where an attractive product is advertised at an unbeatable price, only for you to discover that it's out of stock and you're instead directed towards a pricier alternative. But why is the bait and switch considered the most effective or shocking technique in dark psychology? It's because it manipulates our inherent trust and expectations. It capitalizes on our natural tendency to believe in the good and the fair, only to betray that trust in the most unexpected way. The bait and switch isn't just a technique, it's a game of trust, a dance of deception. It's a stark reminder of how easily our perceptions and decisions can be manipulated if we're not vigilant. The bait and switch, the most shocking and effective technique in dark psychology. These techniques, powerful and dark, are the top tools used in manipulation. We've journeyed through the maze of gaslighting, explored the Benjamin Franklin effect, dabbled in the fear then relief procedure, stepped into the foot in the door technique, and finally navigated the treacherous waters of the bait and switch. These methods wield immense power, but they also carry a great danger. They can be used to influence, but they can also harm. So, tread cautiously. Remember, knowledge is power. Use it responsibly.